Hi, I'm back again. What a lovely day for doing some exercise indoors, because it's dreadful, isn't it? Here it is, it's been raining most of the day. I'm just setting up, so give me a moment. So welcome back everybody. So today, weather has been atrocious, so I haven't been out running or done anything exciting out of doors today. So hopefully you're in a frame of mind to get up and get moving a little bit. You need your chair, tins or dumbbells. I will try to remember to do the exercises. We're going to do them, start off showing sitting versions of the ones that you can do sitting and then move on to the standing. So if you're doing the sitting, just carry on from what I've shown you. If you're waiting for the standing, then you can start sitting and then stand with me. If you have any issues and want to question anything or ask me anything or check any details, please email me info@stonehengeosteopath.co.uk. And any of these exercises, I'm assuming quite a bit doing these exercises that you're in general good health, that you've tried some exercise before. If you have queries about specific issues and whether you should be doing them with particular injuries or if you've got certain diagnoses, please email me or make contact, direct message me. But yeah, so these exercises should not cause you any pain, should not provoke any symptoms. You may, that's okay, as long as you're not getting pain during or after. Just a little bit of sensation that you've done something I would consider is normal. But yes, contact me if you have any concerns. Okay, so let's get started. So, chair, sitting exercise version. So hands on your hips, you're moving, you're twisting and turning from the upper body. Might want to sit on the edge of the seat a little bit so you've got a bit of elbow space. Just getting the movement and rotation through the upper back and the hips. Getting some introducing movement and stretching. You can do chill. Now you can carry on doing that sitting. To do it standing, oops, hopefully I'm breaking the chair. Nice big base with your feet, back shoulder width apart, hands on your hips, and you're just turning all the way through your hips and your lumbar spine and your shoulders. This is getting the rib moving where they're attached to the thoracic spine, getting the shoulder blades moving, getting the middle of the back and the lumbar spine and the hips. If you suffer with anything that brings on dizziness or balance, then please do this sitting rather than standing. Okay, and if you want to do a bit of side bend stretching to break up the twisting, you go ahead. Okay, just nice, calm, gradual movement just to start getting those joints loosened up. Okay, so back to the chair. If you're doing this sitting, so if you have balance issues, do these sitting. Sometimes if you've got knee problems, sitting down is more comfortable, but it just gets your heart rate going, so you're doing something to keep a little bit fit and active. So we're going to do opposite arm to opposite leg going to the ceiling. So lifting, so kind of like you're punching, if you like. So you're just getting things moving, a little bit of movement through your upper body. It's getting all those muscles going. Okay, so just getting the muscles going in the torso, warming everything up. So you can carry on doing this sitting. If you want to join me standing, then carry on. So we stand up, nice broad base with your feet, shoulder width apart, a little bit of tension through your lower abdominal muscles, and opposite arm to opposite shoulder. So big marching steps on the spot. Bring your knees up as high as you comfortably can. Please don't be concerned if you can't do the range of movement I've got. You may have better, to be honest. But if you can't, that's not an issue. It's about what you can do, not what I can do. And it's about what you can do, not what your husband, wife, brother or sister can do. It's just working with your own current level and trying to progress and build up on that. Okay, so keep that going for a moment. Okay, lovely. So got blood pressure going. In a good way, got your heart rate up, I mean. Feeling a bit warmer, some slight breathlessness, ready to do some strength exercises. So we're going to do sit to stand. So I'm going to stand side on so you can see my posture. I'm going to have my bottom perched on the edge of the seat. And you'll do these with your arms, start off with across your chest when you're sitting, and then when you come to stand, you're going to reach out in front of you. your feet you want about hip width apart, so you've got a nice base for when you stand up, and as you stand you are driving up through your legs, so you are working through your bottom and your thighs. This is why we're taking the arms out, because I don't want this action. If you need to just touch up on your upper leg, then do that. If you've got to get up, so you can build up towards not using hands if that's too much. So this is okay. You know, just use what you need to do to get up, but when you do it, drive through your hips and tighten your bottom. If you can do it without glancing onto your thighs, start with your hands across your chest, and as you stand, you lift your arms up. Come back down, stand, lift your arms. Okay, so driving through your thighs, tight bottom, tension through your lower tummy. Driving through your thighs and your bottom, tension your lower tummy. Okay, so strength exercises, ideally you're aiming for between 8 and 10. I would start off with one rep of each, one set of each of 10 repetitions. You may want to make it into a bit of a circuit and do 10 repetitions and go around and do the whole lot once and then repeat it all again. It's not a bad way of doing it, it just gives you a chance to recover in between. Yes, it's gradually building up your strength. Okay, I'm trying to count in my head and I've done way more than 10, which is good, that's okay. So moving on, talking and exercising, hard work. Okay, so back of the chair is your support. I don't want a hard, heavy grip. You stood nice and tall, and the back of the chair is just for you to have reassurance that you've got something to hold on to if you struggle with your balance a little bit. So foot planted on the floor, you're going to work the outer part of the thigh. Nice strong stance through your supporting leg is going to bring your leg up to the side. So upper back, upper body even, stood up nice and tall. Don't want to see this action, just nice and tall, lifting your leg. So generally, as I said, you'd aim for 10. It's not a hardship if you do more, which is what I seem to be doing. It's just getting those muscles working and build up the stamina and endurance in those muscles for you to do your normal daily activities, or even if you're planning, you know, long walks or hiking trips eventually when we're allowed out again. Okay, so this is working glutes, lateral thigh, so outside of the thigh and the gluteal muscles. Your lower tummy. Just going to do 2 more. 1, 2, and then I'm going to turn my chair around from the other side. So we're going to do the same again on this leg. Nice strong stance through your supporting leg, body upright, a little bit of tension through your lower tummy, so just and then we're going to be working this muscle outside. Sorry, I keep seeing messages coming up and I keep, hello Stuart, hello Andy, I hope you're up doing these. So standing nice and tall, bringing your leg out to the side. Okay, yeah, just using that chair for reassurance that there's something there to balance with, keeping your body up tall. Okay, so used to walk around, get up hills, get upstairs. Okay, so I'm going to do 3. And I'm going to change the chair around. I'm going to do the other side, but we are going to slightly change what you're doing with your leg position. So, as you make sure you've got good support on your standing leg, a little bit of tension through your lower tummy, rest on the back of the chair if you need to, nice and tall, and you're just bringing your thigh up behind you. So you're kind of aiming for the ceiling with your heel. If this is difficult, please don't worry. You start where you start and you'll build up from there. This is a gluteal to hamstring muscle exercise. These are all muscles that you use when you push up to get out of a chair, stand up off the toilet, stand up off the bed, walk up hills. We're just making sure they're as strong as we can keep them, or to support any other activities that you're doing. So if you're hiking, hill walking, going for nice long walks on your exercise time. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 more. 1, 2, 3, stand. You may want to just take a few steps on the spot, get the blood moving, let those muscles relax. I'm going to change the chair around so you can see what I'm doing with my other leg. Changing legs, so support, nice and tall, bit of tension through your lower abs behind you. So you should feel it through your buttock and a little bit in your hamstring. Sometimes if you're a bit tired, a bit dehydrated, you might get a bit of cramp in your hamstring. If you get that, stop and just let the muscle relax and stretch out. So you might find you get a bit crampy through there. Make sure you've got plenty to drink. If you need to stop and take a break, stop and take a break. March on the spot, go and have a drink, and then come back when you're ready. Okay, so 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Lovely. So that's lower limb strengthening exercises. We're going to go back to the chair. I want you to get your weights. So dumbbells if you've got them, tins if you're... These are standing and sitting, so I'm going to start off showing you sitting. So sitting, got your tins, going to lean forward ever so slightly so you're flat through your lumbar spine. You're a little bit supported. Lower tummy muscles tight still, you're in this position. Okay, you're just bringing the tins up towards your shoulder. Okay, it's facing you, so you can do this sitting. I'm going to take it to standing. So if you're doing sitting, it's Wiggle Wednesday. Thanks, Rox. So doing sitting, I'm going to do standing. So you carry on if you're sitting. For standing, nice big broad base, feet at least definitely shoulder width apart. Brace ever so slightly forward. Stick your bottom out a bit, flat through your low back, and you're just bringing up the tins to your shoulders. So imagine you're picking up carrier bags of shopping, suitcase, a little bit of softness through your knees so they're ever so slightly bent, and just bringing those weights up. We're going to do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so putting them down to one side for a moment. I'm going to get my chair. Elbow through your elbows now. So sitting, this could be a sitting and standing exercise again. So sitting, feet hip width apart, flat through your low back, tension in your lower tummy, and you're just bringing your elbows. You can do it at the same time, both elbows. I can't because the back of the chair's in the way, but I'll show you in a minute. Both arms bending and straightening. You're keeping your upper arm still. So I don't want this action. Your upper arm is still. So this is working the back of the arm and the back of the shoulder. So you're doing 2 arms together, which is your pushing up muscles. So if you are having to push up, hi Jace, then it just gets those muscles either continuing what you've already got or hopefully building up a little bit. So if you're doing it sitting, carry on. I'm going to show you standing. So standing, same position as we had for the suitcase row. Feet good shoulder width apart. Stick your bottom out a bit soft through the knees, tension through your lower tummy. Just raising up behind you. Okay, so aiming for 10. So I'm going to do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. So if you're doing this sitting, just change what you're doing. I'm going to bring the chair back because we're going to do a wood chop. This time I'm going to use 1 tin of rice pudding, and Mum, you'll be pleased, it's Devon stuff. So sitting, bottom scooted to the edge of the chair, tin of beans in your hand. You're starting up by your ear and bringing the tin down to your side, starting up through your ear, bringing the tin down. If you struggle with your spine, which tells you mustn't do these movements, then just do bringing up and above, or even just to the chin. But those will all help with upper back strengthening. It's just the rotation ones just help with the side of your tummy, the back muscles, rotation and movement through your back. So keep doing that if you're sitting. If you're standing, nice big stance, feet at least shoulder width apart, a little bit of softness through the knee, up, hands up by your ear. You're just bringing down as if you're chopping wood. Surprising, it's all in the name. So you're squatting down and sticking your hips out behind you and squatting down and twisting. So side on, feet shoulder width apart, hand by your ears, squatting down, sticking your bottom out. Stick your bottom out and twist. Okay, And then you've got to do it all on the other side. So I'm going to do 3, 3, 2, 1, change sides. So sitting, really stiff as a board. We've been doing them the whole time we've been sitting. Hands up by the opposite ear, coming across the body. I'm going to do 4 here. So twisting, 3, 4, standing. Feet shoulder width apart, hands by your ears, tension through your lower tummy. Often stick your bottom out. You may find your range of movement is less than mine. I certainly don't have the best by any stretch, but you may just find you don't feel that you have the same as what I have. That's absolutely fine. Just do what you can do. If your range of movement's that to start with, we will get there. If you can do a nice big movement, just gets all those muscles across your back and shoulders working. And do 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. God, breathless. Oh, that's a good sign. Okay, so march on the spot, shake everything out. We're going to be on the floor, or we're going to do some bridging. I can never quite see if you can see me on this because my camera's a bit delayed. So lie down on your back, knees up, feet on the floor. So get a couple of breaths in a moment. We're now going to work on bridging. So we're basically going to push the hips up to the ceiling. You're going to do that by clenching your buttocks as you lift. And as you lift, you're going to have a little bit of tension through your lower tummy muscles. So get your hands out of the way, have palms facing the ceiling so you lose the tendency to push with your palms. And then you're just going to lift your hips and then relax. So as you lift, you're going to take a breath, hesitate, and then relax back down. You're going to try this about 5 times. So let's do this together. So lifting, hesitate, that's 1. Lift, tight bum, hesitate, that's 2. Lift, hesitate, tight lower tummy, that's 3. Lift, tight bottom, lower abs tight, that's 4. Tight, hold it, and that's 5. So that's a great exercise for low back, glutes, strengthening glutes, hamstrings, and just generally quite a nice torso exercise as well. It just gets everything working. It's just a useful exercise. So we're going to move on to stretching. I'm going to start off with one-legged stretch. So you can bring one knee up to your chest and have the other leg out straight. Hold behind your knee rather than over the top of your knee in case you have any irritations in the knee. And you feel a stretch through your glutes, maybe a little bit in your low back. Keep your leg here and hold on to it. Then bring the other leg to join it. Hold it for a moment and change legs. You may find one side's easier than the other, that's not unusual. You may find your range of movement's better on one side than the other, that's also not unusual. As long as it's not a huge difference. Then bring your knees up. Let your back relax into the floor. Let your feet place themselves back on the floor. Now there's 2 ways to do this next stretch. You can do straight leg, let your knee roll over and keep your body facing, or your chest and your head facing the ceiling. That's quite a nice stretch. If that's not challenging enough, bring your knees together, roll, keep your knees on top of each other. I'm sure Katie, my sister, will tell me if I'm doing that wrong. She did last time. Arms out and you're looking the opposite way. Your knees should be on top of each other. You're just going to hold it for 15-20 seconds. And then come back up. So the slightly less strong stretch is to straighten your leg. So in this case I'm straightening my left and let my right roll over my left, and the weight of my knee brings my body across and allows that stretch to occur. If you want a slightly stronger stretch, knees together, let them drop over, and then let your head fall the opposite direction. And then coming back up to the middle. And then to get up, you might want to roll onto your side and get onto all fours and then stand up. Just going to do a little stretch for the chest because we've done some upper body exercises. So hands on the back of your hips, back of your pelvis, relax your shoulders and let your your elbows come together. I did do anatomy, I promise you. They probably won't come back together, but you're basically aiming for that movement, that the shoulders are coming together behind you. You'll feel a stretch across the top of the chest. Now relax, let's shake it all out. Get your chair. We're going to just finish off with a couple of balance exercises. So in the past I've said to you, if you keep your feet together and get your hands across your chest and that doesn't cause you any concern with regards to balance, then you can move on to the one-legged exercises. If not, and this is still a bit uncomfortable, have something near to you and just work on that for a bit. So you've got something, perhaps not a chair because it's not strong enough, but worktop, something like that that just isn't going to move if you do need to regain your balance. So for those of you ready to move on, stand. I'm going to lift my left foot, stood on my right leg. Just have the chair there for light balance so I know it's there. Take my hand off and see what happens. So you may find you can do that for ages. You may find you do it for 2 seconds. But if you keep doing it, you'll build up and your balance will get better and your brain will know where your body is in space. So also standing on one leg is quite demanding anyway for those muscles that you're stood on, as well as getting the brain testing the brain and making it having to work harder. So that's one side. I would do that both right to make sure the chair's there, fine, and then test. Challenge yourself a little bit. Make sure you're in a safe environment, somebody's around if possible, or that you are certain you're okay, because obviously if balance goes wrong and you end up on the floor, that's not the best places to be. So if you're moving on to a bit more of a challenge with your balance, standing on one leg again, we're going to do the hip hike. So you're going to let your hip kick out to the side. You're going to bring yourself up to level so your hips are level and drop down again. Again, you may want just light touch on the chair to help you with your balance. And then drawing up right so you're level. This isn't so much about doing 10, 15, 20, it's maybe doing 2 or 3 really good techniques. But make sure you do it both sides. You'll probably find one side better than the other. So lifting my right leg, letting my hip stick out, poking out to the side, using my muscles to bring me up. Use the chair if you need it for balance and reassurance, and dropping back down. And then back up. Okay, I lost my balance. That happens to the best of us. Coming back up. Nice level hips. Okay, so 3 to 5 good technique is the important thing. It's just about switching on those muscles, the nerve receptors in your muscles, so that your brain knows where your body is in space, which helps with balance, with walking, stairs, anything that involves any test of your proprioception. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this evening. If you have and you'd like to like and share my page, that would be excellent. I really appreciate it. I also repeat, these are all on YouTube as well on my channel, Stonehenge Osteopath, so you're very welcome to take a look there if you want to repeat anything. Any questions or queries, email me, info@stonehengeosteopath.co.uk, and I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, have a good evening. See you Saturday at 5:30.